All right, Shalom, Israel. Before we begin, all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders at Great Millstone. Honor to all the brethren out here doing the work in the will of the Father in truth and sincerity. And this is your fellow servant, Arya. And as you can see, we have in the news. And this is from RT News, title of the article, Iran and Russia officially ditched dollar. Media. Dated 31st of December 2023. So as you can see, that snowball just continues to roll downhill. And when I say that snowball, meaning America's economy. All right, this shit is, hey man, this place is out of here, man. if your people don't know, if you can't see it, I don't know what to tell you, man. You got to be in the ultimate sleeper hold, man. All right, like the United States just got you in the ultimate sleeper hold if you can't understand and see that this place is out of here, man. There's no ifs and buts about where this economy is going, man. When you're talking about the United States economy, this man, listen, man, at 34 trillion in debt, man. 34 trillion in debt. There's nothing else to do but to bring in new taxes and higher taxes, man. And just tax the hell out of the people, man. Just like they did in ancient Rome before ancient Rome fell. Just tax the hell out of the people and continue to give them circus and bread. And that's exactly what's going on in America, man. And this is why most of the people that's in the society, they get caught up in the entertainment, man. Get caught up in the circus and bread, man. While the whole time they just getting taxed to death, man. So yeah, this is just another nail in that coffin of what you people like to consider the American dream, which this place is a damn nightmare, man. So next article. Yahoo. Business Insider. China and Russia have almost completely abandoned the US dollar and bilateral trade as the push to de-dollarize intensifies. December 21st, 2023. So you even have China and Russia doing away with the dollar when they're doing bilateral trades with each other. So they're not even using the dollar, man. So once again, another nail in that coffin, man. So you got all these countries starting to use different currencies and no longer using the dollar, man. Which this is going to devalue the dollar. And not only do you have the dollar being devalued, you also got the U.S. government steady asking the Fed to print up money, man, which is causing more inflation. So you got more inflation and the dollar devaluing at the same time, man. At the same damn time, man. This is a damn powder keg ready to explode, man. And when it explodes, you're going to have what people know as hyperinflation, man. That's what's going to happen, man. So next article. Crypto news. Nearly 20 more countries set to permanently ditch dollar in 2024. Created 3 days ago. So this was 3 days ago. So you got 20 more countries set to stop using the dollar in trade, man. Where they're going to use their own currencies. Or currencies of other nations to do trade. Once again, another nail in the coffin, man, of devaluing the dollar, man. So you best believe and damn understand, oh yeah, it's going to be a World War III very soon, man. Hell, America ain't got no, hey, Babylon the Great ain't got no other choice. They ain't got no other choice but to go to war, man. Because if not, hey, they gonna just get get taken out of power by just off the sheer fact of people no longer using the dollar. And you know Esau ain't going out like that. Esau rather go out with a war. He rather put boots on the ground before he go out just by being outmaneuvered by the money. Nah, he rather put he rather see the death toll go up, man. He rather see the bombs go flying, the bullets go flying, man. You ain't finna just snatch him out of his kingdom, out of his glory, without war. So yeah, you best believe and will understand that World War III is gonna kick off soon, man. Cause hey, these Edomites that's in the government of the United States, you best believe they ain't gonna stand by and let this shit go by like this. Next article. Yahoo News, The Telegraph. Iran doesn't need a war to crush the West. You see that? I just was stating this. I forgot I even put this article in here. So that's what I'm saying. So these other countries know that they don't even need a war to crush the United States and the European Union and NATO. They understand this. They understand that they could just devalue their dollar and make trade amongst themselves with their own currency and trade amongst themselves, and they're gonna be cool. And the West is gonna be stuck out in the cold on the outside looking in. They know this. So once again, you best believe and understand that Esau ain't going out. He ain't letting that shit just fly like that. He ain't going out like that. This man would rather go out with boots on the ground and ammo flying and missiles flying, man. And that's what's gonna happen, man. And you already know he can't just go out and make it known that this is what he wants, because he know that he's losing his kingdom. So no, he got to put false events together so he could blame these other countries. So he could make it seem like in the media that he has the right to do what he's doing, man. When the whole time he's just doing what he's doing because he knows he's at the end of his rulership. He's at the end of his kingdom. So next article. Business Insider, India. Financial disaster is looming for American commercial real estate. Here's where experts see happening next. So this is what the commercial real estate, we already know what the commercial real estate, you have the people that's working from home. Nobody's really working in the buildings downtown anymore. So you have all these buildings with no workers in it. So therefore the people that's renting out the buildings don't need the buildings anymore because they have no workers there. So they don't plan on doing new contracts. So therefore you have what? A large amount of buildings that's not being used, which is causing stress on the banks who loans out the who rents out these buildings. So if you have nobody to buy the buildings to rent out the buildings, then you're losing money. So you have all these banks losing major money, man. Because nobody is taking out contracts to rent out these buildings anymore. For most of the people are working from home. So yeah, man, commercial real estate will collapse, shall collapse. And when they collapse, all these banks that own these commercial real estate buildings, those banks are going to collapse. So that's what's to come. And when those banks collapse, they'll be brought up by the bigger banks. And when those bigger banks buy up these small banks, you people that have these different loans, these different contracts with these smaller banks, when they go out, when they fail, you're gonna have to redo a contract with the new bank that buys up your old bank, and you're gonna have to do a new contract. And when you do that new contract with your loan, you may see your interest rate go up, which means you're gonna have to pay more money, which is gonna put more stress on you, which is gonna put another nail in your coffin because you trust in the American dream. It's gonna put more stress on you and your family. So yeah, man, all these things are coming, all these things are happening, and this place is out of here, man. If you still stuck in the box and you don't understand what the hell is going on, And you can't understand that this place that you call America is Babylon the Great. This place is the kingdom that shall go out in fire and violence. There shall be civil unrest here. You see all the immigrants steady flooding in, flooding in, and there's nowhere for them to go, no work for them to receive. Hell, there's no work for the American citizens to receive. In 2024, you're about to see major layoffs. You're going to see jobs starting to do a hiring freeze. Nobody's going to be hiring. A lot of people are about to be left out in the cold, man. Just like during 2007, 2009, where all of a sudden you had all these different businesses with "we are hiring" signs, but yet nobody was fucking hiring, but claim that they're hiring, just to keep you in the dream, to give you a false hope. And this is what you're about to see out here, man. Yeah, a lot of people are about to feel it this year, man. A lot of people gonna get laid off. Those hiring freezes gonna come in, kick in, and inflation is gonna continue to go up, and the dollar is gonna continue to be devalued. So stress on all levels, man. All right, in the bitter land, or what you know as America, man. So with that said, let's get some scriptures, man. So this is Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 55. Because the Lord hath spoiled Babylon. Yeah, this place, America, is being spoiled, man. And you're living in it, man. You're seeing it. Once again, just all you got to do is take a trip around your city and you can see the spoiling happening, man. You see the homelessness. You see the prices. All right? You see the struggles, man. The everyday struggles, man. Every day is a struggle out here, man. Yeah, this place is being spoiled, man. You see all the different businesses, retail stores going out of business, having liquidation sales and shit. Yeah, all these things are happening because the Lord hath spoiled Babylon and destroyed out of her the great voice. Yeah, and this place has no voice no more, man. These other nations are not looking into America like they used to look at America, man, and listening to what the different politicians have to say. No, now these other nations are saying we are strong. We ain't got to listen to what you got to say. We could do our own thing. We don't fear you anymore, man. This is what you're seeing in the media, man. Everything is here, man. So the most high is destroying the voice out of this place, man. This place has no might like it used to have, man. When you're talking about the United States. When he waves, when her waves do roar like great waters, a noise of their voice is uttered. Because the spoiler is come upon her. Yeah, so the Most High is about to send a spoiler, man. And what is that ultimate spoiler that's going to come upon her, that's going to come upon America? Those ICBM nuclear missiles. Even upon Babylon. Yeah, even upon Babylon. Even upon America. And her mighty men are taken. Every one of their bows is broken. For the Lord God of recompense shall surely requite. And that means surely avenge. So this is the vengeance of the Lord that's happening to America, man. All right, he's bringing a recompense, man. He's the Lord of recompenses, all right? Meaning a payback, man. So this place that you call America is in the era of being paid back for all the rape, robbing, and murdering that it has done unto his holy people, his nation, the Israelites, man, which are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. So this kingdom, this country, is being taken down, man. Soon to be no more in remembrance, man. Soon to be put into extinction, man. by fire, man. Verse 57. And I will make drunk her princes, and her wise men, her captains, and her rulers, and her mighty men. You see that? So all these different politicians, all these different government officials, yeah, they're drunken, man. All right? They don't know what the hell going on, man. This is why they make all stupid ass decisions, man. The Most High have these people drunk, man. All right? They're drunk off their own vain deceits, man. These people literally think that what they doing is the correct thing, man. Not understanding the whole time everything that they're doing is bringing an end to their own kingdom, man. This is how stupid Esau, Edom, Idumea, the so-called white man is, man. But this is what happens when you let your pride get in your way, man. All right? Yeah, pride will bring destruction upon you swiftly, man. And that's what's coming to him, man. So these men are have great pride upon themselves, man. And they shall sleep a perpetual sleep and not wake, saith the King, whose name is the Lord of hosts. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the broad walls of Babylon shall be utterly broken, and her high gates shall be burnt with fire, and the people shall labor in vain. You see that? So everything that you people have over here in America is in vain, man. It's for nothing. Once again, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that trust in this place, I don't know what for, because everything that you have, you will lose it. All right? Everything in this place is vanity. There will be no generational wealth to pass down to your son, to your daughter, to your son's daughter and sons and sons. No, that ain't happening over here, man. This whole place, from sea to shiny sea, is about to be destroyed, man. And before that destruction come, all out violence is going to be taking place in this place, man, that you call America, man. This place shall be taken out with violence. So there's not going to be no fucking sitting back, kicking your feet up and drinking lemonade and having generational wealth over here, and everything is fucking cool and everything is sweet. No, man. It's finna be all out hell and great tribulation out here, man. Hellish conditions, hard times, man. That's what's coming, man. And the people shall labor in vain, and the folk in the fire, and they shall be weary. You see that? And they shall be weary, man. So a lot of people about to be weary, man. All right? So this is what it is, man. This is what's coming to this place, man. Weariness is going to sit in. Disbelief is going to sit in. All right? And desires are going to fail. That's the outlook for this place that you call America, man. And not only do the scriptures forecast it, but also the everyday news media is forecasting it, man. So this is what we have in the news. Shalom.
The U.S. just hit another milestone, and not a good one. America's debt now topping $34 trillion, and the White House has new spin on the debt crisis.
There's a trickle-down debt, if you think about it. Republican tax cuts are responsible for about 90% of it, of the increase in the debt as a share of the economy over the last 2 decades, excluding emergency spending.
Here now, FreedomWorks chief economist and Committee to Unleash Prosperity co-founder, the great Steve Moore. Steve, good to see you. I'm sure you're going to say something about 90% of this debt has to do with the Trump tax cuts, which is complete bogusness. But I want to ask you about $34 trillion in debt. When does this start to have an impact on the economy and economic growth?
Well, just to give you a sense of how horrific this number is, Sean, you know, I'm a little older than you. When I arrived in Washington, it was 1984. And at that time, you guys aren't going to believe this. Do you know what the entire national debt was at that time? $1 trillion. $1 trillion. And by the way, we thought that was outrageously high. We couldn't believe that as Reaganites that we'd ever have $1 trillion debt. And now we're at $34 trillion. And look, under the Biden budget, over the next 10 years, you know where the debt goes? To over $50 trillion. I mean, this is insanity. This is craziness. And I can't just blame this on Biden. It's both parties. They are addicted to government spending. It's like, you know, Buzz Lightyear to infinity and beyond. This is craziness, and we've got to bring it to a stop. And by the way, the government revenues, the intake as a share of GDP is as high today as it's ever been. The problem is the spending is just going up and up like that.
Yep, that's why you had like $1/3 of $1 trillion deficit in just the first 2 months of the fiscal year. And it was because it wasn't just the revenue coming in, outlays rose by $155 billion. It's just insanity. Oh, and then the $1 trillion in interest payments we're going to make this year. Americans, speaking of spending, Americans aren't buying electric vehicles, but Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg says it's not because people don't want them, it's because they don't know enough about them.
We need to make sure that there's a level of education domestically about the charging capacity many people already have and don't know it. What I mean by that is a majority of Americans live in a single-family home where they might be surprised to realize that all you need technically for charging infrastructure is a plug in the wall.
Yeah, we're too stupid to know how charging things work. Meantime, it's just gotten harder for some buyers to get the federal tax break on new electric vehicles. New rules, which started this year, limit some EVs for the $7,500 credit from 43 to just 19 because of where the parts and such are sourced. But Steve, it's still a boondoggle and a handout, and you can get this credit on leases.
Yeah. Well, first of all, come on, Pete Buttigieg. I mean, how patronizing was that statement? Like patting people on the head saying, you just don't understand how great these cars are. You know, you really want them. You're just not smart enough to know that you need them. Look, less than 10% of the sales of cars in 2023 were EVs. And, you know, we're paying people $7,500, at least if you can qualify for the rebate and the cash check to buy these cars. We're spending billions of dollars to build them as taxpayers, and every possible advantage we're giving to people to buy electric vehicles, and they're still not buying them. And, you know, the idea that we're going to go to 50 and then 70 and then 100% electric vehicles over the next 10 or 12 years is craziness. Americans keep saying they don't want them. Incidentally, I was just looking at a chart of where people are buying EVs. The only states where they're really very, prominent number of people are buying EVs are in California and New York. In red states, nobody buys EVs. And you know why? Because they think they're Biden cars, and conservatives don't want to buy the Biden car.
They're Biden cars, they're China cars, one or the other. They don't want them. I mean, you're right, Steve.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not going to work for America.
Hey, Sean, they're Biden cars made in China.
Steve Moore, always a pleasure. Good to see you. Happy New Year.